Hi everyone, my name is Joyce Sue and I'm the Communications Lead at TechSoup Canada. I'd like to welcome and thank you all for joining me for this online workshop on Tech for Good, how to use technology to advance innovation and social impact. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to take a look at the role that technology plays at your organization and the 5 key areas where technology is directly and indirectly helping you achieve your mission. As we move through these sections, we'll cover tips, tools, best practices, and get inspiration from other nonprofits that are implementing technologies well. Now, before we get started, I'd like to quickly introduce you to TechSoup Canada, as this ties into our later discussion around tech and social good. TechSoup Canada is a program for the Centre for Social Innovation, and our mission is to help nonprofits use technology effectively, and we accomplish this in 2 ways. The first is to educate and equip the nonprofit sector by creating and curating free technology resources. We write blogs, curate content on social media, host events and webinars such as this workshop to help nonprofits learn more about the technologies that can help them in their day-to-day work. So if there's a topic you'd like to learn about, please reach out to us and let us know. The second way we help nonprofits with technology is to make tech products more affordable through our Technology Donations Program. We partner with corporations such as Microsoft, Autodesk, Adobe, and Symantec, just to name a few, and offer their products as a donation or at a significant discount for charities, nonprofits, and libraries across Canada. For example, if you want a copy of Microsoft Office Professional, you can expect to purchase it for about $500 Canadian online or in-store. However, if you have a TechSoup Canada account and qualify for our Microsoft Donations Program, you can get a copy of Office Pro for $61. As you can imagine, the cost savings can become quite significant, especially if you're purchasing software for your entire staff. And actually, the best cost-saving product we have in our program is Autodesk Infrastructure Design Suite Ultimate, where the retail price goes for a whopping $12,000. But if you qualify for our Autodesk Donations Program, you can pick up a copy for $150. That alone saves you about $11,000. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so if you want to learn more, please visit our website at techsoupcanada.ca/getting_started. And just a reminder that creating a TechSoup Canada account is absolutely free. And just a little bit about me. I currently manage TechSoup Canada's marketing and communication strategy and campaigns, including product campaigns, community partnerships, outreach, learning resources, and other initiatives focused on building tech capacity for nonprofits. Prior to TechSoup Canada, I worked as a fundraiser at a national health charity and worked as a program staff at various local charities specializing in social services. All this is to say that I've seen firsthand how technology touches every aspect of a nonprofit's work, from back-end operations to program delivery to fundraising, and can either be handled well or not so well. So, jumping right into today's topic, I'll be the first to admit that focusing on technology can be hard for nonprofits because as a sector, we're very mission-focused. We exist because we need to advocate for people's rights, protect the environment, end extreme poverty. Whichever the case may be, majority of nonprofits are working towards one of these 17 global goals in order to make this world a better place. At a glance, many of these goals do not have a direct correlation to technology, so this does beg the question of, why is technology important? Why should my nonprofit invest time and resources into tech when we should be investing it into achieving these global goals? To answer this question, I'm going to show you how by investing in technology, 3 nonprofits are achieving their mission-critical work. As you can recall, the TechSoup Canada Tech Donations Program connects nonprofits to donated and discounted software and hardware. Now, this alone may not sound like much, but by combining our program with good tech planning, a member organization of ours called One International Poverty Relief is accomplishing global goal number 9. Their mission is to teach literacy, numeracy, and life skills to children living on the streets of Mumbai, India, by providing educational and social welfare services such as healthcare, housing support, and microfinancing. Through TechSoup Canada, One International Poverty Relief is able to provide for the needs of more children and families in Mumbai, and in addition to saving money, they were able to introduce the children and staff in India to the benefits of computer use in their lives and in the classroom. This ties into goal number 9's target of increasing access to information and communications technology and striving to provide universal and affordable access to the Internet in least developed countries. Another member organization, the John Howard Society of Ontario, is accomplishing goal number 16 with the help of our program. John Howard Society's mission is to provide effective services that assist in reducing crime in its causes by promoting changes in the law and in the administration of justice to lead to the more humane and effective treatment of individuals. They also promote the fair and humane treatment of all incarcerated persons and ensure that all forms of detention and imprisonment comply with relevant legal and human rights standards. Through TechSoup Canada, the John Howard Society was able to get donations of Windows, Adobe, and Cisco to build out their agency resources, both internal infrastructure and the resource centers that thousands of their clients use year after year. And I quote, "Without these resources, we couldn't help people with job searches, resume writing, finding affordable housing, tracking our statistics, producing our annual report, connecting office to office effectively, develop our own website, develop our own marketing materials, or secure our work safely with the state-of-the-art tools." So I couldn't fit the entire quote on the slide, but what they're doing is accomplishing goal number 16's target of promoting the rule of law and ensuring equal access to justice for all by enabling their effectiveness with technology. Finally, another member organization, the Leacock Foundation, is accomplishing global goal number 4 by taking advantage of our program, specifically our partnership with Google to provide Google for Nonprofits for free. The Leacock Foundation's mission is to provide free, enriched literacy and leadership opportunities that empower youth from underserved communities in Toronto, Canada, and Queenstown, South Africa through a unique community partnership model. The Leacock Foundation manages the Get Ahead Project Schools, also known as GAPS, which spans 3 campuses in Queenstown and Whittlesea in the Eastern Cape, South Africa's poorest province. Over the past few years, the Leacock Foundation has built and funded fully stocked computer labs at each GAPS school, complete with desktops, internet connection, and e-readers. And I quote, "Now that we have the right technology systems in place, we can dedicate more time to delivering our programs and equipping our students, teachers, and schools." The Leacock Foundation is achieving goal number 4's target of providing inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. And if you'd like to learn more about how they combine all of these tech systems and use Google for Nonprofits to streamline their operations, you can read their case study on our website, techsoupcanada.ca, and search for Leacock Foundation. In just 3 examples, we've seen how technology is helping nonprofits accomplish their mission, and honestly, there's even more examples of this that we can't cover today. So bearing these examples in mind, how can your nonprofit use technology to unlock its fullest potential? The first place to start is to understand the role of technology at your organization. Picture your nonprofit as a house. Your mission is your roof, what you work towards, and ultimately the reason why you exist. But you can't accomplish or uphold your mission without walls, which are the programs and services you deliver. For example, if your mission is to end extreme poverty, a program or service you may deliver is a food bank or a microfinancing program for agriculture. Now, because your program and services don't just exist in the ether, they require resources to function, such as staff, time, and money. These resources then become the foundation of your house, translating into areas like finance, fundraising, and technology. Embracing technology as an integral part of your nonprofit will help you build a strong foundation, enabling you to support your walls, keep your roof up, and weather any storms that may come your way, be it funding cuts or staff turnover. On the other hand, neglecting technology can result in an unstable foundation that compromises the structural integrity of your house. So even if you're able to support your walls today, a storm may come tomorrow to shake your foundation, causing your walls and your roof to collapse. And that's something we want to prevent. So to circle back to the question of how your nonprofit can reach its full potential, there are 5 key areas of investment where technology can directly and indirectly help your nonprofit accomplish mission-critical work. The first area is in infrastructure. Investing in and maintaining a good tech infrastructure will position your staff for success. For example, you can exponentially increase staff productivity by providing up-to-date software and hardware. The average useful lifespan of computers and servers are about 4 to 5 years, as the likelihood of failure and cost of maintaining outdated systems increase over time. However, because hardware consumes about a third of IT budgets for small and medium nonprofits, it can be very tempting to keep using outdated systems as a way to save on cost. Now, this could work if you have a dedicated IT department that regularly monitors your system to see when equipment are starting to fail, can maintain and upgrade them when needed, and is able to quickly replace hardware before it fails completely. But more often than not, nonprofits do not have this level of tech capacity. Instead, not only do they risk incurring more costs due to repairs and ongoing maintenance, but they also increase idle or lost time for their staff by keeping their outdated software and hardware. Consider how much productivity you may be losing from your staff battling old and slow machines that have accumulated years and years of data. How slow is slow? How much disruption is too much? It can be difficult to judge, especially since most people are willing to adapt to their circumstances and may not realize how poorly a computer is actually performing. It's extremely important for nonprofits to take a step back and evaluate this on a regular basis. This does not mean that you need the fastest, most cutting-edge technology, but you do need computers that work for your staff, not against them. Luckily, there are a lot of affordable options for nonprofits, such as getting refurbished hardware through Reboot Canada or taking advantage of the Tech Donations program at TechSoup Canada. In addition to investing in hardware and software, you can also increase staff productivity by ensuring they have access to stable and reliable network connections. This is especially important for staff members that are regularly on the road, such as caseworkers, healthcare providers, and more. The ability for staff to access files no matter where they are is a benefit that heavily resonated with another member organization of ours, Brampton Caledon Community Living. Now, Community Living, they have an on-call team of 3 managers that are dedicated to handling emergency or escalated cases. This team was previously equipped with laptops for the purpose of looking up care plans and other necessary client information. However, over time, the on-call team found that their laptops were very slow in accessing critical documents. They were then given Windows tablets equipped with SIM cards so they can access files wherever they are with greater ease. Once they were equipped with the right technology, the on-call team was able to be more mobile and responsive. They can now respond to emergencies from anywhere and quickly take action because they're no longer dealing with antiquated servers. Technology can also prevent or mitigate damages from IT disasters. Nonprofits, both large and small, create and manage large volumes of data, and much of that data is very important. Some of this data is actually crucial to the survival and continued operation of the organization, so the impact of a data loss or corruption from hardware failure, human error, hacking, or malware can be quite significant. It is essential for nonprofits to invest in a plan for data backup and restoration of vital information before disaster strikes. So we had another member organization, who I won't name in this webinar, that had delayed implementing a backup plan for their database that was hosted on an internal server in their office. Once they had the time to look into a backup plan, the unfortunate thing happened. Their server failed. They were set back by weeks before they were able to recover just some of their data back. The moral of the story is, make time to back up your data. Being in the nonprofit sector means we'll never have enough time to accomplish all the things we like to accomplish, so we need to prioritize things that will have the greatest impact on our work. Neglecting backup plans can severely hurt your nonprofit in the long term, potentially setting you back by weeks, months, or even years. The same goes for security. Your nonprofit is connected to the internet in one way or another, whether it's through your nonprofit's website, email address, social media presence, or even a listing on Canada Helps. Your information can be found online. Hackers, armed with a bit of your information and some decent computer skills, although not always necessary, can hijack your accounts and compromise your security. This form of hacking is called social engineering, and it's where hackers can obtain confidential information and compromise them by manipulating sources, such as people and systems, that are actually accessible to anyone. This concept might be hard to grasp, so I encourage you to read The Epic and Easy Hacking of Matt Honan, which we covered in our blog at techsoupcanada.ca. So Matt Honan is a senior writer at a tech magazine called Wired, and he had his email, Twitter, Apple, and Amazon accounts compromised, and deleted, all because a hacker manipulated the password and account recovery processes. While this unfortunate accident is rare, it does demonstrate that hackers don't necessarily need a background in IT or use advanced computer skills to compromise your data. This is why it's important to have the right tech policies in place, in addition to the traditional forms of security such as antivirus programs and firewalls. Because social engineering doesn't require hackers to actually break into your systems, you need to ensure that your staff is educated on and following technology best practices, such as using password management solutions to manage passwords instead of just memorizing them or writing them on a post-it note. Also, they need to know when it's safe to divulge certain information to external parties. The takeaway here is to not skimp on security measures and to make sure that you have up-to-date antivirus protection and regularly update your staff on the best practices to prevent and reduce human error. Addressing your tech infrastructure can be a daunting task since it touches so many areas, so we recommend that you start with assessing your technologies. We created a tech self-assessment worksheet to help you determine where you should concentrate your efforts first. Follow the link on this slide to access the worksheet for free. Follow the link on this slide to access the worksheet for free. The second area technology can help is in organizing your back office. Many nonprofits don't have in-house IT support, and those who do are often short-staffed, so simplifying your operations is a big win. In this section, I'm going to recommend a few free cloud tools as they tend to require less work to administer and provide the most amount of benefits out of the box. This means less time is required for you to customize the tool before it can be useful for your needs. Starting with file storage and software. You can streamline your day-to-day work by using online storage and file sharing tools such as OneDrive or Google Drive that allows staff to access the same files no matter where they are, as long as they have internet connection. These tools also allow you to manage permissions, which comes in handy when you want to share documents to external people but may not want them to make changes to that file. OneDrive and Google Drive also comes with a desktop version, so you can continue working on files offline and then sync it back up to your online storage system once you're connected to the internet again. File sharing and storage tools also plays nicely with collaboration tools such as SharePoint, Office Web Apps, or Google Apps, which enables staff to work on the same documents together in real time. This removes the need to send email attachments back and forth between collaborators and opens up the possibility for multiple people to contribute to one file, such as note-taking for a meeting or working on a report together. Google Docs and Word Web App also comes with document versioning or revision history, so if you need to revert back to a previous version of your document, you can do so with ease. Tech can also help you with project management. Cloud tools like Trello or Asana can easily track project deadlines for you and instantly provide project updates to all the parties involved. Team members no longer need to rely on email, phone, call meetings, or physically walk over to their colleague's desk just to ask for a project update. Project management tools are also great for accountability and visibility, so there's no confusion around who owns a project or how much is on a person's plate. As for email hosting, cloud tools such as Office 365 and Google for Nonprofits provide this service at absolutely no cost for nonprofits. So instead of hosting your email on an internal server and incur costs on maintaining the system, you can opt for email hosting on the cloud and save money. A member organization of ours, Community Living North Halton, calculated that their cost of hosting emails internally was about $500 a month, and this is to support 50 email addresses. When they switched over to email hosting through Google for Nonprofits, they were able to eliminate this cost altogether. If you'd like to learn more about this, you can search for their case study called Moving Email to the Cloud on our website at TechSoupCanada.ca. Using services like Office 365 and Google for Nonprofits also come with other benefits like having advanced spam filters and user-friendly control panels, so you can easily add or remove emails without needing to go through an IT consultant or professional. Next is using budgeting software to manage your finances. Now, a lot of nonprofits rely on Excel to track their expenses, budgets, and forecasts, and while Excel is a very powerful tool, it does require a lot of manual customization in order for you to track your finances well. There are options available that may be better suited for your needs. For example, Mint or Wave accounting is great for easy, straightforward budgeting, and if you need more intricate bookkeeping, look at solutions like QuickBooks as they're designed to track your finances, donations, and project income. I should also clarify that QuickBooks is not free, but it is available through our Tech Donations program. Lastly, meeting schedulers like Doodle takes the hassle out of scheduling meetings and automatically syncs appointments to your Outlook, Gmail, or Apple calendars. Now there's so much more I can share about back office tools, but my biggest tip is to look into cloud suites like Office 365 or Google for Nonprofits that are available for free for nonprofits in Canada. These platforms cover most of the benefits I mentioned earlier. The third key area technology can help you in is in data management. No matter what industry or work you're in, your nonprofit is creating data every day, more data than we can consume or manage effectively. This is why it's recommended for nonprofits to invest in a good constituent relationship management system, also called CRMs, if you haven't already done so. CRMs are databases that can manage your interactions with your stakeholders. Stakeholder interactions can range from event registrations and attendance to donations and communications, such as email campaigns, direct mail, participation in petitions and surveys. By tracking your constituents' in-person, online, and offline interactions, you can build a 360 view of a person and get a better understanding of how to interact with them and how they want to interact with you. CRMs can also track program results and statistics, making reporting back to your donors and funders more accurate and efficient. To demonstrate the impact of using a CRM, I'd like to share with you the Cambridge Self-Help Food Bank's experience. The Cambridge Self-Help Food Bank is a charity that provides food, emergency services, and support programs to help people become and remain self-reliant. The Self-Help Food Bank distributes more than 950,000 pounds of food and grocery products annually, and more than 4,000 children are fed each year through their programs. Prior to investing in a robust CRM, the Self-Help Food Bank used Microsoft Access as their main database, which contained 20 years of data, VolunteerWorks to manage their volunteers, and Excel to track their program statistics. Like most nonprofits, the Self-Help Food Bank needed to frequently produce reports for funding applications, community publications, and advocacy initiatives. It was important for them to have quick access to accurate data because a lot of their work depended on having these reports. When they used Access, VolunteerWorks, and Excel spreadsheets, it would take staff nearly a month to produce one report because manually cross-referencing spreadsheets and checking through records is very time-consuming. Since then, they switched to a CRM called Sumac, which they actually received through our Tech Donations program, to replace the three systems they previously used. Now that they have Sumac, it actually takes them only 1 hour to generate a report. This frees up their staff and volunteers to focus on their mission, distributing food, providing emergency services, and support programs to help people become and remain self-reliant. The fourth area is in your communications, both within your nonprofit and to your external constituents, such as clients, donors, volunteers, and other supporters. Technology enables your nonprofit to disseminate information much faster and empowers your team to be more responsive and engaging with your audience, and allows you to manage different communication channels with ease. For websites, consider using content management systems, also known as CMS, so anyone within your organization can edit the website without the need to go through a web developer or programmer. CMS are programs that can help you manage your website by simplifying the process of creating and maintaining web pages and online content. There are a lot of free open source options such as WordPress and Drupal that your nonprofit can try. These open source systems are created and supported by a community of developers and can be downloaded without cost. Both their feature sets and their price tags make open source systems particularly attractive to nonprofits. I personally recommend starting with WordPress, as it strikes a good balance between having enough robust features you can use, such as blogging, event management, and even simple CRM capabilities. It also has a user-friendly interface and the ability for you to customize it if need be. Regardless of which platform you go with, CMS allows your nonprofit to be agile and efficient. Your website won't be limited by the number of IT staff you have or don't have, since building and maintaining a website can be done by anyone with the right training. For email, it's recommended that you use email marketing systems to send your e-newsletters and other online appeals. Email marketing systems allow you to email large groups of people at once and avoids your emails being flagged as spam. It lets you track open rates, click-through rates, and conversion rates, and most importantly, enables you to easily manage email subscriptions, which can help your nonprofit be compliant with the Canadian anti-spam legislation. If your organization is relying on Outlook or Gmail to send out your newsletter, it's time to invest in a good email marketing system, and our recommendation is to start with MailChimp, as it has a free plan for up to 2,000 contacts. A bonus to using MailChimp is that it comes with responsive templates that you can easily customize to fit your need, and it allows you to preview how your email will look like in different email clients, such as Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo, among others. Your nonprofit should also consider using web conferencing tools, which allows you to meet your colleagues, board members, supporters, and prospects anytime and anywhere as long as you have access to the internet. Virtual meetings have helped the nonprofit sector bridge the gap between local and remote colleagues, paved a new way for solving problems, and opened up a whole new realm of possibilities for accessible training and learning. All benefits that your nonprofit can experience too. A web conferencing tool allows you to create a virtual meeting room that you can invite participants to join via the internet. Popular free tools include Skype for Business, Google Hangouts, and TeamViewer. There are dozens of web conferencing tools available, and while each tool has its own set of features and functionalities, all tools can perform the following basic functions: desktop and screen sharing, video conferencing, text messaging, and voice chat. If you require more robust features, such as taking polls, surveys, and getting remote access to other people's computers, I highly recommend checking out our Citrix discount program, where your nonprofit can get access to products like GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, and GoToAssist at a significant discount. Technology can also help you engage your supporters online through digital storytelling and social media. Having and maintaining a presence on social media is a great and inexpensive way for you to build relationships with your supporters online. Combined with a compelling storytelling, you can use social media channels such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to raise awareness of your organization and reach potential supporters. Many social media platforms also offer quick and efficient ways for you to keep in touch with the people who already know and trust your organization. You can let them know about upcoming events, policy changes, or ask them for feedback about how your services are working. The discussion that your followers will generate can both keep them involved with your organization and give you valuable insight on whether or not you're going in the right direction. The tip here is to use a social media management tool such as Buffer or Hootsuite, and fortunately both of them comes with a free plan. A social media management tool enables you to post, view, and reply to comments across all of your social media channels by syncing all of your accounts into one place. This means you can sync your Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other accounts into one location. And aside from improving your productivity, these tools can also help you track your results, so you can easily see which posts receive the most views and what type of post generates the most amount of shares and engagement. By understanding which post resonates the most with your audience, you can then fine-tune your social media strategy and truly boost your reach. Lastly, technology can vastly improve your program and service delivery. As you can see, this area combines all of the benefits of investing in tech infrastructure, back office, data management, and communication in order to make your programs run more effectively and efficiently. By doing so, your nonprofit can serve more clients and expand your reach. To tie all of this together, we're going to look at how Furniture Bank, a local charity in Toronto, use technology to reach more lives and multiply their social impact. So Furniture Bank is a charity and social enterprise that transfers gently used furniture and housewares to people who have recently transitioned out of homelessness, including those escaping abusive situations, refugees, and newcomers to Canada. Since they were founded in 1998, Furniture Bank serves over 65,000 individuals and families and has distributed over 380,000 items of furniture. Their clients are referred through 78 social agency partners and they run their operations with 38 staff members, 50 regular volunteers, 600 corporate volunteers, and 7 trucks. Every day, Furniture Bank has on average 20 appointments for families in need. These 20 appointments are staggered throughout a morning and are helped by their showroom volunteers. Before they invested in their technologies, Furniture Bank has always provided the volunteers with clipboards to record their clients' furniture selection. Every sofa, houseware box, bed, table, light, TV, mirror, frame, all the furniture items that you can think of is manually added and tracked and handed back to the Furniture Bank staff. At that point, the entire checkout process must be manually transferred back into their CRM, which is Salesforce, before the furniture delivery and checkout process can be arranged. So doing basic time and motion studies, Furniture Bank saw that on average, their clients waited between 15 to 20 minutes before completing the entire checkout process. Based on these figures, Furniture Bank further calculated that the time lost to paper is equivalent to 190 working days. That's 50 working weeks worth of appointments. This means that the time lost to paperwork could have been spent on helping an additional 15 families and individuals a day. Eager to serve more clients, Furniture Bank turned to technology to improve their checkout process. With the help of local consultants, Furniture Bank digitized their paper clipboard by using iPads that were integrated with their CRM, Salesforce, so that the data entered in the showroom is instantly updated in their database, thus removing the manual process of entering or transferring data. They gave showroom volunteers a few iPads to trial the solution and immediately saw results. They found that each iPad plus Salesforce solution decreased client wait times from 15 to 20 minutes to just 5 minutes, which allowed their team to accommodate an additional 10 appointments per day. This meant that each iPad allowed them to support an additional 500 clients per year. Realizing how technology can exponentially increase their impact, Furniture Bank reported their findings in the blog post, How One iPad Will Change 500 Lives, where at the end of the article, they have a call to action for their readers to either donate iPads so they continue to reach more lives, or to share their stories so other charities can be inspired to invest in technology for social good. So to tie all of these technology tools, tips, and best practices together, your nonprofit needs to align your technology goals with your overall strategic plan. You need to ask yourself, do your strategic goals have accompanying technology goals? If your plan is to increase your reach, what are the technologies that you have or need to have in order to accomplish that goal? Remember the example of Furniture Bank. Their goal was to serve more families in Canada, and to do this, they had to evaluate their program, and then they can determine that the best course of action was to digitize their manual intake process. They had a complementary technology goal that aligned with their strategic goal to increase their impact. Next, you need to get buy-in from your leadership team. Is your board of directors, executive team, or senior managers supportive of technology? If not, this is your first place to start, because creating tech plans and goals won't be of much use if you're unable to get the resources you need to see them through. Some strategies to get buy-in is to hold lunch and learns with your leadership team to show them the impact technology can have at a nonprofit. Use the case studies that were featured in this webinar, or better yet, show them what you can accomplish if your nonprofit used technology to improve an aspect of your work. And if all of the pieces are falling into place, and you have a leadership team that understands the importance of technology, and you have tech goals in your strat plan, then you need to give yourself a tech budget. Because without a budget, it's going to be hard to invest in the 5 areas that we covered today, and also make time to implement technology when you have so many competing priorities. So to help you with your tech strategies, I recommend following the hashtag #MPTech, which stands for Nonprofit Technology. There are a lot of great resources out there designed to help your nonprofit navigate the tech scene, so if you're struggling with something, chances are you're not alone. Reach out to the nonprofit community so you can crowdsource a solution together. So I hope this webinar has given you an idea of how technology can be used to help your nonprofit work towards these 17 global goals. If you have more questions about the material covered in this webinar, feel free to reach out and contact us. Once again, thank you for watching and please stay in touch.